Good evening, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, friends, rodents, quadrupeds from all over. If you guys can tell me what movie reference that is, that's freaking awesome if you know where that came from.
I'm out. I don't know that one.
I highly doubt anyone's going to know where that came from. I highly doubt that. Evening, everybody. How you doing? It's Thursday. Today is November 12th, Brian?
Yes.
Okay. I for some reason I was thinking it was earlier. I don't know why. I'm a week behind everybody. I'm sure you already know that. We have Bernie claiming first here on YouTube tonight. That's like 2 events in a row. Bernie claims first. That's awesome.
Good to see Bernie back.
Yeah. So I hope you guys have had a great week so far. We got one more day, and we're ready for the weekend. Hey, yo, Mang! Bearded Tap Matt's calling the first Mang of the night. So let's get down to it, everybody. We're already up to episode number 23 here on Opening the Door. And tonight, I've got a good special guest for you. This is one of those old fogies that you all call me as. If you all don't know who this guy is, he has a completely entirely different YouTube channel that has thousands and thousands of subscribers. He started out making musical content, good content, I may add. And somehow he crawled down the rabbit hole like all of us and found a YouTube bearding community. And tonight I'd like to welcome, which I call him my brain because he keeps me grounded a lot, which is very hard to do. This is Bryan from Beards and Banjos. Welcome in, my man.
Hey, guys. Good to be here with my friend Scott. Scott, how long we been friends, buddy?
We have been friends since you started subscribing to my YouTube channel and following, which has been about 3 years ago. It's like right from the beginning, I found you. And
I think I found you.
I'm not sure who found who first, but I remember because back then you were Bryan Haywood. That's how I knew you.
I remember, by the way.
No, he's not. No, he has been officially named in the
Banjo Bryan.
That's Banjo Bryan over there.
That's what Mandy calls me. Hey,
that's
guys,
right.
Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody.
We got 18 people in here. All right, everyone, please. Before we go any further into this session tonight, I want you all to do one thing for me, and it's the obvious. Go find Beards and Banjos here on YouTube and go subscribe to that YouTube channel. If you have already done that, go put a comment on his video today because he just upped his game 1,000,000% in the quality of that video. I want you all to go watch it. I just watched it about 10 minutes ago. It's freaking censored, bleeping awesome. Great quality. And I was going to say this in later on in one of my live streams and stuff. As we all know, we're coming to the end of 2020 and we do the best of and stuff. I'm going to do a couple different things this year, such as adding these are examples like best new company, just to give them recognition. This guy here is going to be one of them because
I'm not a new company.
He's not a new company, but I'm recognizing content makers and such as well, just because I think they deserve it. This guy deserves it for the quality, just the quality of his content in the last 60 days. It is from night, day, amazing job. I paid for it, just so you guys know. I paid for his new camera. It was about $8,500. That's a joke. But his quality has jumped up phenomenal. His editing is looking amazing. Look at the lighting he's got going on. He's got Christmas lighting going on. I don't even have that yet. I'm working on it.
That's mood lighting. It's actually not Christmas lighting. It's my little twinkle lights. I got to strand them around.
The little lights are not twinkling. What movie is that from, people? Ha ha ha. All right. So, wait a minute. I have to answer this notification. Okay. That's nothing important. School. My daughter's schooling.
That's not important.
Right.
Wait a minute now.
Well, you know what? Since everything is virtual, it's how we got to communicate with the teachers and stuff. I probably do have a booger in there, a shark. I'm glad you have better eyes than I do to see that. That's awesome. And Johnny Grooms gets it. I was National Lampoon.
Johnny.
Yeah. All right. So, Bryan Haywood,
Yes, sir.
25 years old, great musician. If you all haven't watched any of his musical content he's actually put up, go listen to him. He sounds like George Strait. And if you don't like George Strait's voice, you are not an American, and we are no longer friends. That ends right there. Give me some history on Bryan Haywood.
What do you want to know?
Well, I want to know your shoe size. I want to know your shirt size. I need to know what color your hair actually is on your driver's license, the height, Give me some history on, where you were born and raised. Because I know, and you all know I'm not a religious person, and I'm not knocking anybody who is. Are you like a Southern religious type person?
What do you mean by Southern religious type?
I see you when you sing in choirs. When you told me that you sing in choir, do you sing in church choir, or is this just something that you do as an activity in general?
I've done both.
Okay, I was just curious because I wasn't going to try to offend you. I didn't know, so that's why I'm asking. Do you do both still now?
No, because of COVID, I don't do anything, and I sure do miss playing. When I started playing banjo, I kind of switched around, and we just did bluegrass gospel in our group so instead of singing in choirs and stuff. So I don't sing in choirs right now. But yeah, I grew up. So if you can't tell, I am very Southern, but I'm in North Carolina. I can't help it. I sound like Forrest Gump, but that's just the way it is. Yeah. So I'm old, as Scott said. How old am I? 44. So I've been teaching math. I'm a high school math teacher. I've been teaching for 23 years. So I'm almost ready to retire. I always think the teaching, to be able to retire at 20 years like you do in the military, it's full retirement at 20 years. But I digress.
What college did you go to?
I went to NC State, so North Carolina State University, go Wolfpack. I knew since I was 10th grade that I was going to be a math teacher. So I was actually the first in my family to go to college and got a full scholarship to become a teacher. So that was worked out very well, and been teaching ever since. I've been married for 23 years. So I'm pretty committed. If I've been a teacher for 23 years and been married for 23 years, I'm pretty committed. Pretty committed to YouTube too. I've been making content for a long time. I've got over 300 videos now on the bearding channel. I had like over 1,500 on the music channel, and I'm trying to get monetized again. So I took down almost all of them. I kept up the one that had 15 million views just to see if I could get it to pass. And they still said, you can't monetize that one. I was like, okay, I'm going to take it down too. It hurts my feelings because, I had put so many hours into editing all that stuff. And so many people have watched it. And he's like, I'm taking this down. And they really have gotten a lot of enjoyment out of it. But it was kind of reused content. So copyrighted stuff. So I'm going to have to take it down.
See? I had nothing actually to say there. I was just trying to be smart about it. No. I remember when you told me that. I remember when you told me that happened. I was like, "What? That sucked, man. That really had to suck."
Yeah, that was back when I had like 3,000 subscribers. They demonetized me just as I was starting to grow, and I was up to making like $150 a month, and then I got demonetized, and that's when that video blew up and got 15 million views.
That's awesome. Just to say you have a video that was making 15 million views, man. That's awesome.
My wife actually made it. It was Chris Stapleton singing Tennessee Whiskey, and she put up the graphics and the lyrics to it. And people, it got on the first page. If you search Chris Stapleton, it's like on the first page.
Damn, man. So but your love for school is math, obviously. What do you teach? Every part of math, or
I've taught it all. I've taught from basic algebra all the way up through second level calculus. The only course I haven't taught is AP statistics.
Isn't that ironic? That's the class that I used to teach in that grade. That's a joke, people. That's a joke. I honestly, I deal with numbers every day, but I don't do them on that level. Mine's more inventory based. So I keep my brain as fresh as I can because I'm using numbers all the time. And this is ignorant for me to say this on camera. At a job that I do, you'll see how stupid people actually are that they can't count. It boggles my mind. And the first thing I always ask and it may piss them off. But like when we get new people, I'm like, can you read? Like I look up, do you know how to read? And they look at me, they're like offended. I'm like, because you that's wrong, and that you guys know I got like a cut and dry point of view, and I'm like, you're stupid. I'm not afraid to tell someone at my job, you need to learn how to read. That's just me. I want to talk about you being your teacher, being a teacher in general. So you've taught all different for elementary school math and stuff as well.
No, so ninth grade, 9th through 12th.
Okay, excuse me. Okay, so you've done everything from high school level. All right.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the in grade from freshman to senior? You think freshman is the hardest to teach, or is it the seniors?
The seniors, they get senioritis and they kind of check out. I've had more experience with 9th and 10th. And 9th can definitely be challenging, but I feel like I really know how to handle kind of figuring out where everybody's at and their different middle school backgrounds and getting everybody in the same spot by the end of the course.
Yeah. I was thinking that myself.
I teach at an early college. So I've got kids coming from 8th grade math, and I've got to teach them in 9th grade math 3 and honors pre-calculus, and they're taking AP calculus 1 and 2 in the 10th grade. So it's very accelerated.
What is your favorite category of math to teach? The calculus and such?
I haven't had as much experience with the calculus, even though I really like calculus, the first level of calculus. It was probably like the advanced algebra and geometry concepts I like. I've just taught it for 20 something years.
Okay. That's actually the ones I didn't like. I will admit,
trigonometry. I like that.
Trig was a little difficult for me, but I got through it. I was the exact opposite though. I had a teacher in 8th grade. I was excellent in math my entire life until 8th grade. And all I had was pre-algebra at that time. And the teacher, for some reason, I didn't gel with her or whatever. I almost failed. I went to freshman. I barely passed pre-algebra. Like I probably should have taken it again in 9th grade. And I said, no, I'm going to push myself, signed up for algebra 1, and I got straight A's from there on out. And I don't know why. It was like, maybe it just wasn't the teacher. Like I said, maybe you mean the teacher didn't gel. I don't know. But in my head, I always thought, how did I screw up that year? That year of school? What happened? I never, ever actually got to answer that question.
Yeah, a couple of things happen is you can have a bad teacher, and at least it can really put a damper on your love of learning, whatever category happens to be in math or science or whatever. One bad experience, especially when you're young, can make a huge impact on you. But then also sometimes I think, especially like when it comes to the theoretical things, the geometry and the concepts, is sometimes students take it too early. Like they're not ready to think abstractly yet. You go like right now, if you had a bad experience in whatever calculus, when I teach adults, I teach it at a university sometimes. I go back and like cover some of the geometry concepts, and it's like, man, it seems so easy now. Why do I have so much trouble with it in 9th or 10th grade? I just don't think their brains were ready. You go out and you get more reasoning skills in life because you have to reason through stuff and think. You can go back and that stuff seems so easy.
Yeah. I never actually thought of that way. See, that's why I've always said this guy is my brain. He educates me pretty much every time we talk. He teaches me something new. Scott, just asked Bryan to say Bueller for me. Just kidding. He's just highly intelligent.
Bueller.
If you all don't know what that movie is, I don't think we can be friends anymore either. That's one of those movies you need to know. Just saying. You ever thought about teaching anything else? Other than music?
I'm a teacher. I feel like I'm a teacher. Anything that I learn, my brain starts processing it like a teacher. So when I started playing the banjo, 2 years after I started playing the banjo, I started making banjo lessons and putting them on YouTube. So, I feel like I could teach anything. I like being a teacher. It happened to be that I was good at math and got really good at explaining that. But I mean, I love everything. I love U.S. history. I'm not big on poetry. I never understood the poetry. It's like, what is the author trying to say here? I was like, well, he's talking about trees. So I guess he's talking about tree. No, he's talking about, it's supposed to represent life or wisdom. And I was like, no.
Dan C. He's the history teacher.
Yeah.
I would like to sit one of his classes. I could see him actually, not like being like the cool teacher or whatever. I could see him just being a laid back teacher in general. He just got that personality. I think he's like you. He kind of gets his when he's teaching his lesson, he wants to get into your head. He wants you to get the lesson that he's trying to bring across to you. He really puts the effort into it. And I can see you doing that as well.
Yeah,
in the content that I've watched you from on YouTube.
And the longer I've taught, the more I realize I need to talk less when I'm teaching, especially when I've got accelerated kids, is I just give them the task and say, here you go, you figure it out. And then I kind of supplement, let them struggle with it. And then I can kind of have my moment. So I don't get up there and just lecture for an hour because that's boring. If you'll notice my videos, I try not to be long-winded on my videos either. I try to get in there and say what I want to say and then get out.
Yeah, that it's almost like it's a reverse psychology. You want them to try to figure it out because you, as a teacher, they need to struggle with it so you could get the lesson across to them. I get that. I guess I'm learning myself as I'm saying that. You want the student to learn the lesson and not just here. Let me hand it to you on a platter. You need to earn
it. Yeah, that's a whole lot different than them experiencing it and trying to struggle with it and trying to discover it on their own. You can't do every lesson like that because every lesson can't be a discovery lesson. Sometimes you just have to say, here it is. Now we got to practice it. But you kind of pick and choose.
Yeah. How has Dumpster Fire 2020 changed your outlook on teaching? Because I know you've had to go and jump through hoops.
Yeah, it was really hard for me because I had not done a lot of things online like old school, right? I've got notebooks full of stuff. So for last year, I took pictures and scanned it in, and luckily I knew how to make videos. I mean, my students love that I can make videos. So I made videos of just like my YouTube videos. It was like little 7 to 10 minute videos that's got the lesson. And then, we made it through and it worked fine, but we're still remote. So for this year, we're remote all the way through January 20th, unless things change. So at the beginning of the year, first of all, they switched my courses the week before school started. I thought I was teaching Math 3 for 9th graders, but I ended up teaching AP Calculus for 10th graders. So I had to put all that stuff together. So I had to either use the stuff I had and scan it all in and do everything like I'd been doing it, or I needed to try to research and change to online format. So I've kind of redone everything and making stuff work in our platform. We use what's called Canvas is the platform. And you instead of just handing somebody a worksheet, you've got to like click 75 things to get your stuff where you wanted it, upload it, make it public, publish it here, put links here. So it's a little bit aggravating. I'm kind of finding a pretty good groove, but it's not ideal. I get burned out and the kids get burned out, but it's definitely a lot. I've got more free time now than I did when we first started this. Back in March, I had a hard time. I couldn't make it. I didn't have time for YouTube because I was making videos all the time. And then at the beginning of in August, I was the same way, but finding a little bit of a groove. I've learned a lot. Enjoy bits and pieces of it because I like learning stuff.
I think we may have a difference of opinion of this. I don't think so you're literally teaching from home, or I'll say teaching from home. I really don't think in this day and age, I don't think kids are learning at all from this thing. Maybe I'm just old school. I want my kids to be there and hands-on. In my opinion, when they're doing that online, I'm like, why are you even doing this? Because you're literally phoning it in and you don't even know if they're learning what you're trying to get across to them.
Yeah, and that varies from
person to person.
From person to person. It just does. Some students can do okay. The majority of my students can do okay just because they're highly motivated. They're 10th graders. It happened to be that I had all of these students in 9th grade, so we've already built that relationship,
Okay.
which made a huge difference.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm doing as far as teaching the math, so I'm able to and I know the students. I know what they're capable of. So for me, it works for about 90% of my students. I feel like we are learning the material. Now, it's not as in-depth as it would be as if we were in school, because our classes now are an hour long instead of an hour and a half. So we're missing, 50% of our instruction just about we're missing.
If you, I wonder if you guys are hearing background, Mandy's, Mandy, what are you doing? What is that? What is that music? Oh, turn it down because that's probably a copyright flag.
I couldn't even hear it. What's she doing? Jazzercise?
It's music of some sort on the TV.
She's sweating to the oldies?
No, she's probably going to be working out sooner or later. But I heard the music.
So Ken said his kids are doing great, which is good. Some works well, and then some really are missing that.
Great. That's great.
The hardest thing about teaching through a computer screen is you can't give those little course corrections. Like I can't walk by a student's desk and tap on the desk and make sure they're paying attention. And also there, we work through Zoom, so I can put them in breakout rooms, but some groups work well in breakout rooms and some don't. So it just kind of depends. But it varies. Some students are learning. I think it's really tough for the younger ones who aren't used to doing school very much.
Yeah. I would like to be the teacher. I was always told by my teachers and friends and stuff from school and friends in life, they all said that I should have been an English teacher. That was actually my specialty when I was in school, was reading, literature, English and such, writing papers. I never really pursued it. Maybe I should have. And maybe that's where all my songwriting and lyrics capabilities came from as well. I'm not sure, but I learned when I was a senior in high school. This was, and keep in mind, I was the young kid who did the marketing program, where as long as I had a job, I could get out of school for a half a day. So I was like, in my head, I was making money, but I said, "Oh, I don't need to go to school for half a day. I'm good." Well, the one class I had marketing 2, because that was that's the way I got out. I was a teacher's aide for my mechanical drawing teacher, because they tried to make me go 4 classes. I didn't need to go to 4 classes. I just needed to be in one to waste time. So he goes, yeah. So he gave me an entire mansion as a floor plan to draw. So I had something to do for half the year. He goes, oh, you're not going to get a free ride. So I did that. And then I had my English, and I had the college advanced course, whatever it was. The 20 years ago, they weren't advanced college courses like they are now. Right. But my teacher, the first day of school, I remember, he says, "My name's Mr. Detter. You need my class to graduate." He said, I'm going to tell you something, and you need to remember it because you're going to need it later in the year. He started out of nowhere. He started talking about the movie Seven, the 7 Deadly Sins. He goes, I want you to remember that. The end of the year, you do your final exam, and you got to have that English one. And where I went to school, if you didn't take it, you didn't graduate. And he said, question number 1, what was the first thing I told you to remember in class? And it was the 7 Deadly Sins from the movie Seven. And then after that, in 1,000 words, what did you learn from my class? That was my final exam. I was like, wow. And the whole point, we had at the end of this year, he said, that's my exam because I want to see if you all actually pay attention because you need my class to graduate. And he did. It was cool.
I think everybody's got those kind of stories. Things aren't exactly like they used to be, but you got different experiences all over the place.
Yeah, when we went to school, it's a lot different. And I'm not saying that it's wrong now. Just education system has changed a lot. ever since we were in high school, and that's fine. We need to evolve as a society anyway. Even though I don't care what you say, I hate, hate, hate that Common Core math process. I think it's the stupidest thing I've seen. Even though you're a math teacher, you may like it, and I will never attempt to try it.
I'm not sure. It always seems weird when they talk about Common Core in the elementary school.
Yeah.
The ideas for high school it's really changed. So, 20 years ago when I started teaching, 25 years ago, it was, the old school textbooks for math. It was, here's a concept, here's 3 examples, here's, 50 problems, you just work them.
Right.
Well, Common Core, I don't know if it's tied to that, but the idea started evolving is instead of spoon feeding them like that, is to do it the other way, right? You give them tasks, you pose a problem, a big idea problem that they're supposed to solve. So I like the fact that the kids are thinking more, but it does sound like it's weird when they're down at the lower levels, or at least, at least it does for the parents. The parents don't understand it. I'm sure the teachers probably understand it.
I want to move on to another topic because I kick myself in the butt because I kind of hate on myself because I didn't go forward in my education. I had a free ride to go to Penn State University, got offered a scholarship. Like a moron, I turned it down at 18 years old. Mine was academic. My cousin's was full ride for sports, and we both turned it down because we were stupid and making money. What were we thinking? So I probably could have made something decent out of my life and didn't. So I'm like, moron. I always say that to myself from time to time. I want to talk about another passion that you and I have, and that's this. Music. Yeah, I said music.
I think every episode I've seen you end up talking about music with everybody.
Yeah, but see, music is for the soul. I'm going to continue to say that for my entire life because we're not friends. If you're not a music fan, we're not friends. So just exit out now if you're not a music fan. That's actually the first thing that drew me to Bryan was I found Bryan Haywood on YouTube, and he had a music channel and making musical content in general. What made you want to do it?
Making musical content on YouTube with me playing. It gave me some accountability because I was scared to death. I'm a big introvert. So when I hit the record button, I don't know, you as a musician, and when you've done recording and stuff, you can play live all the time, play in your house. You turn on a video camera or a recording session, studio session, and you're like, you start making mistakes and second guessing everything. So I was learning the banjo, and I would post things just to keep me honest, to keep me accountable, to keep me motivated. So I did that. And then, as I heard somebody say on YouTube this week, you don't have to be good. You just have to be one step better than the next person. You just need to be one step above. So that's when I started going, okay, how does this lick work? Why does it work? What are the details around it? How can I help somebody? So that's when it turned into me, turning them into banjo lessons. But, for fun, it's been a hobby of mine since I was like 3 years old, was music.
Banjo was your first instrument you learned, though, wasn't it?
No, I didn't.
No?
I learned it 10 years ago. I was 35 before I started playing banjo.
So you must have learned the guitar or the piano, I'm guessing.
I took piano lessons when I was like 5 or 6, and it just never stuck. And I still hate that I can't play the piano like I want to. So I ended up doing stringed instruments. I think for the piano, I was young for one. You're playing the stuff out of the book, and it's really kind of boring. But also, I'm left-handed, so it's kind of backwards. As far as which hands playing the. But I play the stringed instruments. I play them right-handed, because it's a right-handed world and the instruments are cheaper. But I learned to strum guitar chords when I was in high school. And then once I got married, I picked up the bass and started playing bass in church. And then a guy I knew at church, he got me into bluegrass. So we did bluegrass stuff, and I learned to play the mandolin. And then I tried that for a while, and it was really hard. I can't do enough finger picking on it.
Yeah.
That's when I ended up switching over to banjo, and I really fell in love with the banjo, and it really kind of stuck. And now I play banjo and a lot of just strum enough guitar just so I can sing along with it to some old country songs, as you guys know.
And just so everybody knows, Bryan does play, or he made the music to his music intros, which I think is really cool. That's every time I'm like, he made that.
I ended up using something different for the outro now because it's like
yeah.
So I found something that on YouTube that was free music that was a banjo and fiddle, and I put that on there. I can play the song Cumberland Gap, but that's not me at the end.
I
was afraid to play it. I was afraid to play a song because I was afraid I was going to get copyright strikes.
Yeah.
So, okay, I'll get something that's free off YouTube, and I finally found some banjo stuff.
Yeah, I when I started years ago when I was making the videos, having little intro slide stuff, and everyone always asks, I'm like, yeah, that's my music. I made that. I was like, yep, that's the music I made. And the stuff that I use now, Pete from Dad Yankee, we made that. That was a condenser mic on my drum kit and just sent it to him as a file, and there you go. That's about all it was. And he did his guitar work over top of it.
Nice.
Thanks to Devin, official Beard Code, for putting my little 10-second skit together, because I'm not computer smart, as you guys already know. Devin's the one who made those up for me so I could put them as a intro on video. So
I watched his video today. He's got some good B-roll stuff, like where he's focused in on the product and like panning in and out. It's like that stuff looks good. I gotta get some pointers from him.
Oh, so the new guy in town's working on us old fogies now. Okay, I see how that works. Okay. So let's get into making content in general, not necessarily just making music or bearding or whatever. Because there's been times that you and I have had this discussion, and we're saying it on camera because we're raw, uncut, uncensored. We both have I'm done. I'm good. You said it. I've said it from time to time myself. And it always comes back to that guy, this guy is pushing this guy, or this guy is pushing and motivating that guy. It has been that way for the past 2 years. And I've stuck behind this guy, and I still stand behind him. And I say he's one of the best content creators on YouTube. Not because it looks great, because he gets his point across. He not in a teaching way, but also you have a personality that anybody can just watch him like, I learned something from watching that video. And my take is a foul word type of take, but that's my personality. It's raw, direct to the point. And there's been times that, like I've told you, I'm gonna stop, and you motivate me. And I gotta thank you on camera for pushing me like you do, because you push me and I push you right back. That's
both ways. You got me back into it at least once, probably twice, where I was posting a video and getting like 12 or 13 views. Mm-hmm. And I was like, why take all the time? Why take hours to do that when I can just, still participate in the community? I won't leave the community, but I can, participate in your live streams or, comment on other people's videos.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that was tough, especially when I already had success on another channel, and it's like, and now I'm doing this, and it's like, I think I'm putting out good content. I don't waste people's time. I try to have a purpose for it, and I don't do just reviews. I try to, do some other things, tips and tricks, and kind of always want it to be a balance. So a special series that I do and those kind of things.
I really enjoyed all of the series that you put out. And I still say your prized possession is that Beard Advice. I don't care. The Beard Advice series, and I'm not saying you got the idea from someone else. You have it on your channel just like anybody else can. I like it. I like it because you kind of you didn't know how far it was going to go, and it just exploded for a while. You were like, I'm booked up. And when someone says that, when you ask, hey Bryan, so how's the series? Dude, I'm booked up for the next 3 months. That's freaking awesome to hear, because in my brain, I would be saying to myself, well, my idea is working. I'm going to continue to do it. But on the flip side, it does get overwhelming because I know you got all kinds of emails, all kinds of photos sent to you, and you got to sit there and put Bryan's take into that, such as my beard, which hasn't been the greatest over the years. I took your advice. It worked. And you trimmed my beard virtually on camera. I don't care what anybody says.
You trimmed
that
it.
was freaking awesome. Yeah, but you walked me through it, and you knew that I was terrified to do it. And that was one of the awesomest times I've ever had in this bearding journey, man. That was really cool.
Yeah, I enjoy helping people. That's one of the reasons I put out content is my brain, my teacher brain is helping. So when as I learned to play the banjo, I made banjo lessons. After I grew out my beard and kind of fell down the rabbit hole, I really watched tons and tons of the Beard brand trims in the barbershop, and listening to the barbers and watching what they do, and they were explaining themselves, and I really enjoyed that. And I started looking at beard shapes and styles and all of that. So passed along what I knew and kind of my take on things. I enjoyed that. I got burnt out because I really pushed last year from it was like March or April all the way until I went back to school in August. I was putting a video a day almost. And because I was like, I'm going to hit 1,000 subscribers. I'll be perfectly honest. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get 1,000 subscribers. I'm still not at 1,000 subscribers, and it's over a year later. But I put some good work in, I think, and I do think that series will come back. If you watch the video from today, you'll kind of see the same stuff I did on those videos, and those videos are still good. I go back and watch them sometimes, and just to hear what I said, and I'm thinking, yeah, that still holds true. It's still good, solid advice, I think. So anyway, that's probably coming back. I'll probably do maybe 1 or 2 episodes a month next year.
Hear it? Did you hear it?
Yeah,
it's coming back. That's right. I've been talking about it
for somebody at the end of No Shave November. If I can convert some new people, and I've got a few new subscribers because of those last 2 videos I did. If I can get somebody to say, all right, I'm going to keep my beard, what should I do? If I can get somebody to do that, I'll do a video for them, and then probably do them maybe once or twice a month starting next year.
Well, there's another, it's not an official series yet, but I'm pushing for it because I've been pushing to bring back the Beard Advice series. Bryan, he's known that for a long time. I'm pushing for him to make another one. I just don't have any kind of a name for it. He's going to have to figure that out because he helped me trim my beard. He helped trim Mo's, and it went freaking viral on Insta or on YouTube. Because someone must have shared it or something, which was awesome.
Yeah, he's got somebody on Twitch, a big streamer on Twitch was flipping through YouTube video lives, and we popped up on it, and all of a sudden there were like 10 people in there watching, and then all of a sudden there were hundreds of people in there watching. Yeah. We were like, what is
awesome. That's really cool, man.
Oh, but I didn't tell you this. One of my students that I had 2 years ago sent me an email and said, dude, you went viral. And he was watching that stream. And all of a sudden, me and Mo popped up when he was watching the guy on Twitch. It was so funny.
That is really cool. I do know there is someone in the comments, one of my mechanics, Devin Beard Code. He has talked to you about, and he wants to do a live trim. I would love to see that be a series, trimming.
It's hard for somebody who's not used to being on camera, that kind of stuff. So it doesn't have to be on camera.
Right.
Kind of thing. We don't have to post it and make it live or anything, but I've walked several people through kind of trimming their beards and kind of doing the same thing I did on the Beard Advice series, just like a one-on-one thing behind the scenes. So I'm always into that.
You ever thought about being a barber?
Oh, yeah.
I really mean that because I know your passion is teaching and such. I've watched your content and I compare you because we have Dave, Bearded Motivation. He went to school for a barber. He knows his stuff, and I've watched his cuts and such. He's really good at it. So he's my comparison. he knows, he knows the ins and outs of a barber. You aren't technically a barber, but you have all the qualities to do it. Everything that I see about you in the bearding community, it's like, that's a freaking barber without the title. You ever thought about doing it? Because I really think you would be an amazing hair and beard barber.
I thought about it, yeah, just to be honest, but
Well,
it would be good to do because I can retire probably. I'll have over a years of sick leave built up. I'll be able to retire in like 6 years, 5 or 6 years. If I could retire and then just cut hair or specialize in beard trims or something on my own time, go into work 1 or 2 days a week and do that, that'd be kind of cool.
Beards and Banjos could even evolve into Bryan's trimmings and such, and you could put that content on there as well. Other people do it. You could have your chair. You could have you doing your advice all right there. I think you could do it. I really do. I've said that forever. You would be the perfect beard barber because just watching your beard advice series, man. I mean, come on. You said yourself that I like the longer beard. And, you could see it. Doesn't look the greatest, but I'm manly. I want to have a big old thick beard. Because of you, now I have one. And all I had to do was trim it the way you told me to.
Yeah. It definitely looks good.
Yeah, I can honestly say that I'm testament of taking your advice for my beard because you told me some things to do in and out of the shower, not to do and such, and it worked. His advice works. If you don't believe, I'm a true testament to it. Please go subscribe to Bryan. Thank me later.
Yeah, I think I can get to 1,000 before the end of the year. I think I can.
Well,
I think I can. I
try to give a shout out to people on in videos and such. I do one a year. And it's not me giving back or whatever. It's just some guys I think they deserve their recognition, as I did with you. I did with Dave. I did with Mo. I did with Barbados Joe last year. And you guys, you make amazing content. And it wasn't the fact that I wanted you to get to 1,000 subscribers to make money, like you can do that on YouTube. It's a simple fact was always my big goal. I wanted to get 1,000 people. If I can get 1,000 people to subscribe to my stuff and watch it, that was my big goal. And I've said it to you all. And you're the last one. Barbados Joe is going to get there. He will get there. Barbados Joe, I'm not going to say anything negative about that guy. I respect him very much. He just does it at his own pace. He's chill. And that's totally fine. When we do it, we're all in, so to say. And your quality, looking at your freaking picture right now, just show you're all in 100%. And you're going to be at 1,000 in no time. And as I texted Dave, I texted Mo. The day they did, I'm like, I told you, we did it. And I was like, now, what's the next one? So you'll be getting that message here in the future from me. I know you will. Your bearding journey. So I'm gonna give me a minute, people. Just give me 1 minute. I'm gonna do this. Just because I've been waiting for this.
Oh boy.
I gotta find it. It's actually not on here anymore.
Gotta hate that. What are you looking for?
That photo you have. Who in the hell is that dude without a beard?
Me.
That you took? Who is that? Is that like your twin brother or something? Because that's your telling you. I don't see it on your Instagram. I don't know where the picture went, but you had a photo side by side of you. And
on there, I just post a lot, I guess.
I don't know where it is. I can't find it. Let me see something here.
It got flagged for being too ugly, and they took it down.
No, there it is, right here. All right, you can't see it. It was posted a week ago. It's Bryan's video that's titled "No Shave November: Beginning Beardsman Series Announcement." There's this dude on the left. It's got to be his twin brother. That's all I'm saying. Who the hell is that? Because that ain't you.
That was me.
3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And look at him now. 3 years ago, that photo, if you go look at it, he's a clean-shaved guy, and that you wouldn't recognize him.
I didn't have glasses either.
Yeah, that's true. What got you into it? Was it No Shave November or just
November? No Shave November. And
really?
I'd done No Shave November a couple of times, and then I'd also, I'd had a goatee, back a long time ago, a couple of times. I'd have longer sideburns sometimes. I grew like a little business beard and kept it for a few months one time. And I did No Shave November a couple of different years, and I did it this time or that time. And then I decided at the end, it's like, I'm gonna keep it going. And then by the time I got out for Christmas break, I had already gone down the rabbit hole of watching beard brand stuff, videos. And that's where I really kind of fell into it. And I think I binge watched every single barbershop video that they had over Christmas break. And
they had you got to give them.
I'm sure I found you in Scuba probably right after that.
You got to give them credit though. In all seriousness, they do have a good platform for bearding. They really do. You cannot knock that. I don't. I can't lie. I find myself watching them more and more just because I like the content. It's not necessarily all bearding. It's grooming in general. And I'm like, that's really they got it going on is what I'm trying to say. They're doing a good job. And also, because not a lot of people have noticed it yet, yeah, I went to the barber and I got my hair shaped out for the mullet. You probably can't.
You forgot to cut the stuff in the back. You go back and get the money back.
I think from what I've been told, it's called the party, the business in the front and the party in the back. I think that's in that and how y'all how you term it. Well, I told you it's coming. So, and I can honestly say I did watch some of Banjos' videos on how to grow it and such like that. So, and I went to my barber and I told him, and his reaction as soon as I said the word, he's like laughing his ass off. He's like, "Are you for real?" I just can't see you do it as I'm doing it. And he goes, "You're all in." I said, "I'm all in." He just, without a hesitation, he goes, "We got the shape. Now we're gonna, you got to let it go from there." So I'm all in.
Yeah.
I got a guy I work with that's doing it too, and his is a little bit longer. He wears a baseball hat all the time, so his hair is kind of tight to his head for the most part. But he's got just the straight back, and you could see his growing in already. He saw it the other day. He says, "You did it." I said, "Yep." He starts laughing. Bearding journey. Would you how do I answer this question? Do you regret doing it?
No.
Growing it out and putting the time and the effort into everything about it? Because I don't.
Yeah, I've got no regrets. No, I enjoyed the process and, I learned a whole lot along the way. And now I'm able to help some other people and creating content. And, it's a good, healthy hobby, I think. And which people don't understand, people that aren't in the community, they're like, what?
Yeah.
Beard videos? What are you talking about?
Yeah. Products. Let's talk about products because you and we have a lot of conversations about products because we get to work behind the scenes with companies, formulate, not necessarily making the products, but they do ask our opinions and such. We test out products quite a bit. We've been able to work hands-on with making collaboration scents and things like that, which is awesome. Tell me how you feel when. All right, we'll just a couple scenarios. Hey, Bryan, test out a product. Tell me your mind frame whenever the companies want you to test for whatever reason it may be.
I always say yes, and I test. So I don't know. I really enjoy that, and sometimes I enjoy working behind the scenes more than I do in front of the camera because I'm a big introvert. But the biggest thing is if company owners are receptive. Some really are receptive and they want your opinion about everything. And they take what you say to heart, which I love. And I don't expect them to follow every little thing I say, but you can tell kind of when they're receptive to criticism or feedback or just a general advice. Those seem to be the ones that I tend to gravitate towards. And then some, they're just wanting you to get on your platform and you to do your review and then they move on. So, and I think every company probably has guys that they trust, whether they're reviewers or customers or friends or whatever. But you got to have somebody you trust. And I hope I am that for some of the companies that I work with.
Yeah, it's no secret. Bryan and we work hand in hand with one company in particular. That's Pete from Damn Yankee. I'm not saying he has the best company in the world. I'm not going to say that, but I think for Bryan and myself, we work with Pete and he trusts us because we actually use his products quite a bit. I know you use them just about as much as I do. I can honestly say I use them on a regular basis.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, we love how it feels, but also the scent, those scents that he makes, they're right up our alley 100%. They definitely are. And, I lost my train of thought for a split second there. And what I'm trying to say is it's really cool when we get to work with a company almost, you almost feel like you're a part of it. It does for me, especially working with Pete, because there's nothing that no one gets anything before I get it when it comes to testing out products and scents and such. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that he still believes in me enough to I need your stamp of approval before I put this out. Or if that's the case, that really means a lot to me. You only have right now one scent collaboration, correct?
Yes.
And that's with Iowa. That one,
company, Sophisticated Cedar. Yeah, that's a good, cool weather scent. So I've talked to a couple other companies here and there, and we've kind of gotten a little ways through the process, but nothing's on the horizon coming up soon or anything.
How was that? Being that was your first one to say.
Justin and I just have a great relationship, but that was his first collaboration. It was my first collaboration. We didn't know what we were supposed to do. We just threw out ideas, and I don't know if this has ever happened. The very first thing he sent me, I'm like, "Yep, let's go with this." I'm not that y'all say I'm picky, but I don't. I feel like I'm.
No, I can say I've had a good bit of scent collaborations, and I can say. Gary in Chesapeake, he sent me the Magruder we made, Sandalwood Amber, and it just worked. Sometimes it works that way, and that's awesome that it worked for you as well, because that's badass.
Appreciate that.
Justin's a good dude. He's got a damn good company too.
Yeah, he's grown a ton this year.
Let's talk a little bit more about products in general. I'm putting you on the spot here. This isn't the speed round yet. I'm putting you on the spot.
I'm an open book. So,
like I said, we're not throwing punches at any companies. I'm just asking, what's your go-to oil? Not necessarily unscented or scent. What's your go-to company? You're just like,
Iowa. I wear them more than anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, and now I will say this because I can't ask Bryan if Beard Balm is dead because he is one of the few that actually still uses it. So
I don't use it.
Oh, you not anymore? Did you change your mind?
Well, since that's one thing that COVID, being home quarantine, that kind of stuff is.
Well, I meant like when we go back to a quote.
I don't know if I'll use it then or not, because I found a routine where if I sometimes I just go with the natural look and I don't use any kind of heat. But even if I were to use the blow dryer, anytime I use heat, if I put beard butter in right after it, it doesn't give you hold, but it relaxes my beard. And and it may take 10 minutes after you put the butter in to kind of get all the flyaways. You just go back and do this 10 minutes later, and it's all relaxed. And I don't feel like I need the waxy balm anymore.
Yeah. What? Well, if you were using the balm, who would be your go-to balm company?
I might have to. I can give you like my top 5 balms. How about that? I'm not doing a video anyway, so. All right, so my top balms, I like Crusher's balm because I like firm hold. So if you like firm hold balm, I like Crusher's. I like Barden. I like Hanyaker. And I like Luxurious is a little bit, it's the hardest of all of them. It's a little harder to work with, but that's the one I've used the most. I've used more Luxurious balm than anything.
Yeah. And what about butter? Now, don't give away your new 2021, but
I don't know if you've watched my beard butter series. I'm going through 12 companies right now. So
I didn't want to spoil that. If you could, all right, we'll skip that one because I didn't want to get into that one because there's
a lot of good butters out there.
Right. Yeah. Sure. I've been watching it, man. I've been watching it.
I got one for me to film was we're going to be doing the consistencies and breaking them down.
Yeah.
And, there needs to be something besides the category of whipped and poured because there's something in between that I see most of the time. That we're going to talk about that in the video. That's going to be.
This is why I've said this is a channel you guys have got to watch because if you don't know what he's talking about, Bryan's doing an unscented beard butter series, like a showdown, and he's breaking it down like.
I'm getting spreadsheets and everything.
Yeah, he's really going the extra mile, and I think that's another reason what has sparked his his upgrade in his channel. And I really, really like that. I think that's what sparked it for you. I really do. Shower products, wash. What would be your go-tos?
Barden.
Really?
Yeah. I usually either use Barden or I don't wash and I use just rinse, or I use baby shampoo, Johnson's baby shampoo. That's all I use. Well, I did get in Southern Beard. I just got in a new organic wash from them and I used it one time and it worked really well. I'm more on the gentle wash. I sit around my house all day. I don't feel like I ever need to strip my beard out.
Right.
If I strip my beard out, then I got to use conditioner. Then I got to use more butter. So I stay in the middle and don't strip my beard. Is what I decided works better for me.
Conditioner, beard conditioner, and shower, people. I always say that because I've gotten messages from time to time. Are you talking about butter? You know, some people don't know. In shower beard conditioner, co-wash, whatever you want to call it.
I don't usually use one. I just use a wash, and I don't use co-wash. I did a whole thing. As if you like, like you said earlier, I do different stuff on my channel. So whatever my brain processes. So there was a big to do about silicones and sulfates and all that kind of stuff. So I did an experiment. I did not use conditioner for 30 days. By the end of the 30 days, I liked the way my beard felt without it. So I really don't use conditioner. I have tried recently, if I do in my shower right now, I have Hanyaker, which is kind of all natural stuff. So it's all natural. It's no silicones or anything like that. Because once again, I don't strip my beard out, so I don't need to extra soften it. So I got Hanyaker, and then I've got Artius Man. Those are the two that are in my shower for conditioner.
Artius Man's kick ass. I can't lie. I really like using the Artius Man conditioner. I've always liked theirs. Can never say anything bad about that company ever. And something different, your tools.
Okay. Your
tool, combs, brushes, hair dry, what are your go-tos?
The number 7 beard pick from Chicago Comb. And then I use a boar's hair brush from Grow a Beard. So I still use a boar's hair brush because that, to me, the flat edges, that's what really holds my flyaways to lay down.
I keep some of them up here, but my ones I use daily are in the bathroom. But the one I keep like for camera purposes, obviously, I use the Badass Beard Care one, which is the big, the curve one, and I use, because I like how this feels on my skin, is the Mudcat Whisker one. It's a small one, but it works really well. And when I keep Carrie for Defined Beard Company's wooden comb. And I still, to this day, my mother-in-law bought me the Badass Beard Care. I call it the rake. I like this comb. It works, man.
Is that oxhorn?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just works.
I got an Oxhorn similar to that, and for some reason, I don't know if the hairs just wrap around, but it yanks my hair out. I'm like, I thought Oxhorn's supposed to just go smooth, and mine are the wide teeth like the one you've got. It doesn't work for me. Maybe I've got a Bobo brand. I think
This one would probably work better for you, because it is way wider.
I've got one like that. Does that work?
This is from Badass Beard Care. This one was like $25. But when I was getting in the beard game, I was like, I want that comb, because I didn't know what it was. And honestly, I just wanted it. I still love this comb this day. This is the comb I've had the longest in my journey, because I got it right after I got married that Christmas. So it's been almost 3 years that I've had this comb. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm the same way with the boar hair brush I've got. I think I got off Amazon. It was like in a kit. I think it was called Grow a Beard.
You remember this? Remember this brush, the Liberty brush?
Yeah.
Remember, I this was my first review on YouTube. This I got for $1, which you can't even get anymore. And how Scuba did the video he talked about it. And it's a really good brush still. These were a freaking $1. You could get them like once a month. They sold them for $1 a day. That was a steal. I could not pass that up. I wish they still made this, because I would love to do giveaways of that brush. It's nice.
Yeah, your tools definitely evolve. You find something that works for you. And what if you're growing out your beard? What worked last month may not work the next month. Right. You have to kind of keep finding different ones.
If any of you guys in here are new to the No Shave November this year, we as bearding content makers, we do thrive on this month for the simple fact that we want to get you hooked on being a part of this with the journey. As we want you to be in this with us for the long haul. So don't feel pressured. It's like, you have to. We want you to be a part of it, because we get newbies, honestly, who we find from No Shave November, and then they start following us and they start asking us questions and they get into it. So if you're new and you have a new beard right now, you will not be needing these, but if you are in it for the long haul, you will. So there you go with that. Companies that you admire, that your go-to companies.
Iowa, Damn Yankee, Barden, Whiskey and Hardtack, Beard and Mac, Crushers. I'm going to miss some, but I like, and some of the other ones I've tried a few things, but I'd like to try some more. Like Defined, I'd like to try some more scents. I love the products. Renewed Man. I mean, I could just name off a bunch of them. I have to look over here on my shelf.
Oh, Pete's in the house. He just threw a comment out. He's in the house. I didn't know he's watching. I do have a product release coming with Damn Yankee here in about 2 weeks or so. Just throw that out there since he's in here. And I have an unboxing video coming from Damn Yankee Sunday. I'll have the box tomorrow, but it's my weekend with my daughter, so I will be doing the unboxing Sunday.
Yeah, so, I got the newsletter from him. He's got a lot of cool things coming up.
Yes, he does. He really does. And I was gonna say, if you all don't subscribe to companies' emails, that's where you'll find product releases, exclusive information, codes, and things of that nature. Go to their website, go to their email list. It's really easy. Any company that you're interested in or you want more information on, go subscribe to their email. I know people get annoyed with it from time to time, but if you're in the bearded community, that's what you want to look for.
I forgot Artist Man earlier. I should have said that.
Okay. Content creators that you take the time to watch. So this is where you can actually give shout outs to old fogies, new upcomers, people that deserve their recognition, or people like me that are just...
Well, I don't know if they deserve it or not, but I'll tell you who I watch. I mean, I watch you and Matt and Mo and Devin, Beard Code, and there's a bunch of that I watch. Sometimes I don't watch everything. I will tell you that for me, I watch less and less beard content videos. I get in and watch and get in the streams and that kind of stuff. But you know, yeah, sometimes I want to hear what other people have to say about a particular product, but if I'm going to be doing a review myself, I don't want to be influenced in a way. So I don't watch nearly as much as I used to.
It's okay.
I like Joe, Beard to Life Joe. He's got a really good presentation. He talks a whole lot better than I do on my videos. He's smooth.
I've been watching Joe's stuff. I have been, and keep in mind, guys, I will say this because I think it's been said in the bearding community stuff. There are a lot of us that make bearding content, and it's not the fact that it's competition. It's just that there are so many of us. We can't watch everybody's videos all that come out. And I apologize that I don't watch every single video. But when I'm reviewing or interviewing and getting to know these guys that are in the hot seat, I do actually, I take the time for a little while because I book them in advance, obviously. I was watching Joe's videos for a little while. You're right. He does have a good approach in making his content. You got to give him credit. He's got the score. Forget the actual name of it, but he's got his score ranker and stuff. Like he come up with that. I'm like, that's really cool. You know, I like that.
Yeah. I also watch the Bearded Outdoorsman. He's a good one. I mean, because he does gear review too, like hiking gear and camping gear, but then he's got a lot of beard stuff as well. He's got his year of the beard where he focuses on one company each month, which is cool.
I saw something and Matt let it out of the bag to think today, and I was gonna make the post myself, and he did it before I did. I was thinking about doing it next year, and I don't know if I'm gonna do it, but we were talking about it before, shaving it off and starting over, a whole refreshing start. But my catch, what I was gonna do was legitimately use one company for an entire year. Like whoever it may be, you know, it was just an idea. I'm not saying I'm going to do it, just the thought. And he and I talked about it for a little while before about that. And I didn't think he was going to do it because we didn't talk about it ever since. And he got it in my brain, and I'm still thinking about doing it, shaving it all off and starting over.
I thought about it too.
Working with one company, just one for an entire year or even longer, just to see how well. Not to throw them under the bus, just to see how well beard products actually do work and document it on like a weekly basis, you know.
Well, for me, mine would be more of showing I can actually show where to keep your neckline because I can't show that now on me.
Yeah.
And I can also show you all these huge patches I have on my beard that nobody believes.
Yeah, and that's another thing. Like I get it grows back before you know it. Johnny Grooms, we know.
Not everybody looks like yours.
Yeah, you and Mo grow beard just like that. So, but I thought about doing that. I just don't know. It's been 3 years, man. You know, I don't know if I want to take it off. You know, I don't know. Well, I'll get a divorce. Mandy said I'll get a divorce if I cut it off now. Jeez.
You have a mullet, no beard. I mean, she would really drop you in a heartbeat.
You would be loving that, man. It'd be like Patrick Swayze, like looking all like Bodie from Point Break.
Nobody puts baby in the corner.
Oh, hey, man. She's hating you. She's hating right now. I can feel it from here. It's okay. Sorry. So the future of Beards and Banjos. What we got coming?
Well, we got more on the beard butter series. That's the next video for me to make. We're gonna be doing the consistency, so I had to do that.
Okay.
I'll probably do one or two more after that in the beard butter series. Thinking about bringing back the beard advice series. I'm going to continue each week here in No Shave November. I've been doing a video per week for the new guys that are finding me just on YouTube searches.
Right.
So, but a few of them, like the one today, I was really kind of proud of, talking about cheek lines and necklines. I thought it was some good information just for everybody just to hear, but definitely for the new guys. So I'll be continuing a kind of a beginner beardsman series, and not just through November, but then kind of maybe sporadically every once or twice a month after that. To okay, you're still growing now. Here's something else to think about. Getting your first trim and maintenance trims and tapering your sideburns and all of that. What else is coming? I am planning on doing some end of the year kind of things, favorite scents for sure. I don't know how I'll wrap up my beard butter series, but I've got butters from other companies too that are really good. They're just not unscented and not part of the series. So I may do a separate video that goes over the favorite stuff. So I got that coming, and then I don't know what else. I usually don't have any trouble coming up with content. Sometimes we go through dry spells where it's like, well, I don't know what to do, but most of the time I can find content pretty easily.
We're gonna see some of this coming into the play.
Probably, but I just haven't gotten around to it.
I'm asking because we haven't heard a Christmas song yet. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
You got nothing. I
got nothing.
I've asked this in a live stream, and I'll do it right here on camera. Last year I was sick, pretty sick at the wintertime, and I didn't get to do my individual videos. It kind of sucks when I think about it right now because I started doing my best of year videos, which was in 2018, the first year we moved here, when I was on that wall where the shelf is. And I did what? I'm trying to remember. I did top 10 videos of top 10.
You did a video for 10 different companies.
Top 10 companies, a beard butter video, a wash video, conditioner video, and then I had the one where I had like the 500 bottles of oil on the table here. Like I did a lot of them.
You had like 25 days of Christmas.
Yeah, 2019. I was sick, and it really sucked because my voice couldn't withstand recording all these videos. So I kind of felt like I cheated out my subscribers and stuff, but I had to do what I had to do. This year, I didn't review as much as I have because I took a step back for a little while, and Dumpster Fire 2020 just put a dumpster fire on 2020. I mean, that's pretty much it. I was considering this year doing one big live stream and just making it all one live stream, but I was going to still do my companies as give them an individual video. What do you think? I'm asking your opinion on camera. What do you think I should do? Should I do a bunch of videos, or should I just do one live stream, which would consist of my top 10 cents, my favorite shower products, obviously. Then I was going to say best new company and like the hyped up product, not in a negative way, like the most hyped up product in the game. And then I was going to even give like a couple shout outs to like reviewers. Should I do that in video forms or just a live stream? And I was going to leave my top companies just so that I think that the companies still deserve their video for their work.
I mean, I'm a little bit conflicted. I think you personally, in my opinion, you are great on the live streams. So I think having a big live stream event is very appealing, and I would watch it because I know like a lot of guys like getting in here and commenting and that kind of thing. So I think that, and then maybe one follow-up video just to highlight the company, so it would be a little bit, more compact instead of being you had to watch all 2 hours or whatever to catch everything.
Right.
Make an Instagram post or something that's got the list.
Well, another reason why I thought about doing this, and just being honest on camera, I thought about doing it because I like to build it up to at the end of the year. That's fine and dandy. That's awesome. But just setting an example, let's just say that Damn Yankee Beer Company, which is not my number one company for the year, just said they're the first one on the shelf. Let's say I wait till the end of the year at Christmas time for Damn Yankee Beer Company to be my number one company. It is a promotional thing for them, because they have my big stamp of approval, but also at the same time, they could capitalize on that and like make some Christmas sales and No Shave November on top of that as well. This is a good way for the companies to push and get some sales out for the end of the year. And that's another reason why I thought about doing it.
Yeah, I mean they both are valid.
Yeah,
but just pick one and go.
I think I'm leaning towards the live stream and I already know it's going to be the Sunday after Thanksgiving. And I was going to just make my top companies videos individual just because they deserve that, just for the simple, they put a lot of time and work into just as much as we do. And me breaking down the company and why and such, I really like doing it. Oh, you had to put both kiddos to bed tonight. Okay. But the question is, did you embrace the bearded life? Did you embrace it? Because I don't think you did when you were doing that. So if you didn't, 2,500 points you just lost. So
no.
You better have embraced it. I'm just saying.
Oh, I forgot to tell you about a big event that I'm planning on having on my channel. I forgot to tell you about that.
Okay. All right.
So we can go ahead and make the announcement now. I'll be making some promotional stuff on Instagram and stuff coming up for the companies who want to get on board. But we like having those big extravaganza kind of events, right? We've done the fall extravaganza. We've done the summer extravaganza. We're going to be doing a Black Friday sale extravaganza, and we're just going to have some fun. We're going to get a bunch of guys in there, 5 or 6 guys, I hope. And we're going to just go through and companies are going to tell me what their Black Friday sales are going to be. And we're going to go through and I'm going to pull up their website. We're going to look at the sale. We're going to look at all the cents. And then the guys in the stream, they're going to say what their favorites are and kind of what's a good deal and what they like and just have a good time. So we're going to be doing that on the Tuesday, which is November 24th. So the Tuesday on Thanksgiving week. So hopefully by then, all of the companies will know what kind of Black Fridays deals are going to be having. We're going to be announcing those and just having a good time and chatting about it.
Sweet. So it sounds like you're going to have some multi people in there.
Yeah. Well, so far I've got, one of my good friends, Beard Times with Scott. He's going to be on there. We also have Devin, the beard code's going to be on there. And then I got some feelers out too. I'm waiting to get some confirmation. So we want to get 5 or 6 guys total in there. And they don't have to be content makers, but you got to have a lot of beard products, right? So we can kind of discuss the companies. So
did you
let me know if any companies watch, if you're interested in being featured on that, send me a DM through Instagram. I'll tell you how you can do that.
Oh, well, look at that.
Well, you turned me down, Mo. I asked you to the prom and you said no. You said, no, I'm too busy. I'm doing my own thing. I got school going on. You're trying to be an educated shark.
School. See, it goes back to school every time. It doesn't matter what you do. It goes back to school every single time. Did you get any response from my recommendation?
I did. It was I want to do this, but I need to let you know. So I'm going to check back with him later on.
Okay. Kind of he's disowned. All right, so November 24th, people, that's 2 days before Thanksgiving. You're gonna go to this guy's YouTube channel, and you better be watching his videos in between now and then as well. But we got a Black Friday extravaganza with the code. I know no one, but we're keeping a secret, and we're going to have a good time. I'm going to probably take a nap during the video just because I like taking naps, but you know how that goes. So we're
fun. The guys that's in the stream, or the guys that are in the comments, they can tell us some sales and what their favorite scents are from the company. So it should be a good time.
Awesome. Well, actually, give me a second here. I officially do this every time. We can now just take your name off of the schedule, official, because it's almost that time. Are you ready? Are you ready? That's the question.
Are you ready?
Exactly.
Hey, so, subscriber, I'm at 926 now.
Next week is going to be an awesome week because next Thursday, I have my good buddy, Mo the Bearded Shark, is in the hot seat. This has been long overdue because these two knew about this open door session from the get-go. And I wanted to try to see how long it would keep going. And I kept saying, we're going to get you. We're going to get you. So finally, Bryan and Mo said, we're doing it. And they picked the date, and that's how it stuck. So, Mo, you are finally officially in the hot seat next Thursday.
He
But
got
also,
the day to be on there, though.
yeah, the awesome thing about that, next Thursday is also Beard Times with Scott's 3-year anniversary. That's pretty freaking cool. So I don't have anything planned for that of any kind, like giveaways and that such, because I want to do the interview session with Mo, because that's the number one thing I want you guys to be there for. But that is the actual calendar date of my 3-year anniversary of making Beard Times with Scott what it is today. So I hope you guys tune in, because I don't have any giveaways or anything like that planned. I would just like to cordially invite all of you all to come and just leave me a nice comment, give me a nice congratulations. So, because it's because of you guys that I'm still doing this, and because of that guy right there, is because he keeps me going every day.
Works both ways, buddy.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have a piece of paper?
No.
Well, what I want you to do, don't do it right now if you don't have one.
I'm a teacher, man. I teach from this desk all day.
Print your name, cursive your name, and then give me that John Hancock. All right, let me focus in on Bryan here because I want to see this. The funny thing is they all three kind of look alike.
They're all three written by the same hand.
Yeah. All right. Okay, I have one full sheet of questions for you. Some of them you've heard before, some of them you may not have. So let's get started. We always ask the first one, the first one's the same, everyone, Coke or Pepsi?
If we're talking about the cola itself, it's Coke. I like Coke better than Pepsi, but I drink Diet Mountain Dew all the time. So,
okay.
But I've learned not to drink my calories when I got on a health kick. You don't drink your calories. So I drink a diet drink about once a week. So,
coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Coffee. How do you take your coffee?
Sweet and creamy.
Okay. Okay, you can only pick one of these. I'm giving you 3 scenarios. Soup and salad, meat and potatoes, or cheeseburger and fries?
Meat and potatoes.
I kind of thought that's what you picked. Your favorite guitar player?
Tony Rice.
Tony Rice. Okay. I think I know the answer to this one. Your favorite instrument to play? Banjo?
Yes.
I kind of thought I just had a little bit of hope it wasn't going to be that. Your favorite singer?
Golly.
Uh-huh.
I can't answer that.
Are you passing?
Am I passing? I'm passing on that one, yeah.
Okay. What color is the toothbrush you're using right now?
Blue.
Subject you would like to teach other than music and math?
U.S. history.
Apple or PC computer?
Apple.
Why?
I mean, you have to pick one or the other, and I'm all invested in Macs because it works with your iPhone and everything kind of talks to each other. So iPhone, iPad, Mac computer, it all just works.
So my next question was Apple or Android phone, so that's Apple as well.
Everything I got is Apple.
Would you prefer to listen to your music on vinyl, cassette, CD, or digital? Oh yeah, I went there.
Probably digital, just because that's all I have now.
I was thinking that you had old bluegrass.
I do. Well, I've got some stuff. Yeah, but I don't have a CD player anymore.
Okay.
Or a cassette player. I threw out a whole bunch of CDs and cassettes over the summer.
Okay. The best advice you have ever received?
I'm drawing a blank.
What's the best advice you can give anyone in life?
Be true to yourself.
Okay. 3 wishes from the Aladdin lamp. What would they be?
We're going to clear up COVID real quick. That's number one. I'm ready to retire. So whatever it takes I can comfortably retire.
That's 2.
It can just be anything. I'd like to talk to my mom again. She died 6 years ago. So
Okay. All right. Okay. That's a good one. That one. Your dream piece of music gear.
Pre-war Gibson Granada banjo.
Which is worth about how much?
$250,000.
Your most prized possession that you have.
I've got a 1931 Gibson banjo that my parents bought for me a couple months before my mother died. They bought it from a famous banjo player who's won Grammys for playing banjo with Ricky Skaggs. We went to his house and bought it.
Wow, man. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's really cool. What would a time frame in history that you would like to live in other than now?
That's a good one. I would have liked to lived back in the 40s and 50s.
I thought you were going to say that. I did. Okay. Okay, you got to eliminate one. Shower conditioner or beard butter? What would it be?
Conditioner.
Okay.
Easy.
You must pick one to use. Beard balm or butter?
Butter.
Okay. One oil forever. What would the scent be?
Unscented.
Or the company? One oil forever has to be scented. What would it be?
Well, it has to be scented?
I'm asking you 2 questions. One oil forever that's scented. What would it be?
Jeez.
I think I know one you would pick.
What?
TCVC.
No, that's too strong.
Really?
Yeah.
Then probably your tobacco vanilla from Pete.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll go with that. CTV.
Unscented. Whose oil would it be?
Iowa.
Who is you would consider your favorite company?
Iowa. Sorry.
What's up with this Iowa guy? I don't know. I mean,
I guess I'm the Iowa guy. That's this. I'm answering honest. That's pretty much what I use when I'm not testing stuff.
okay. Pineapple on pizza.
Sure. I would never order it, but you put it in front of me, I'll eat it.
Peanut butter and jelly sandwich. What type of peanut butter do you have? Crunchy or creamy?
Right. It'll definitely be creamy. All I eat now is the natural, which is just peanuts.
Okay.
Smushed. But before that, it would be, because I'm not eating peanut butter and jelly these days, but it would be Jif reduced fat, which has got more sugar in it. And there is Costco and other places too. They've got, I think it's Bonnie Mae or something. It's preserves. And it's got 4 different things in it: strawberry, cherry, something, and something else. And it is so good.
I've never heard of it. I'll have to look into that. It just sounds good. Okay. Your favorite meal to eat?
Like, did I cook at home or did I go out and eat?
Both.
I probably eat a Bojangles 2-piece meal with mashed potatoes and gravy the most, going out to eat. At home, we have a great tortellini soup. So we'll go with that.
You hear that? Bryan makes a tortellini soup.
I'll make a couple of different tortellini soups.
Yeah, you need to give us the recipe for that, because you just got my attention, like, for real on that, man.
Does that sound good to you?
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah, man. Okay. Your favorite candy, not chocolate.
Not chocolate?
Yes.
I don't know if I ate candy that's not chocolate. Shoot.
Matey says smart man. Okay. Your favorite
Reese's Pieces doesn't have chocolate, right?
Yeah, it's chocolate and peanut butter, yeah.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's go your favorite chocolate candy bar.
Whatchamacallit?
Oh, whoa. That's one of Mandy's favorites there. Who would you trust? This is my final one. Just who would you trust to trim your beard other than yourself?
I'll go with my hash from Beard Brand.
Okay. I was expecting you to say somebody else, and I think you know who I was going to say. I was just waiting. I was like, I wonder if he'll say that. You know who I was thinking you were going to say.
I was going to say
George Bruno. I thought that's who you would have picked.
No.
Okay. All right.
I haven't really watched him trim beards. I've watched the final result, and they're all these big long things. He always against this the cheese wedge. He doesn't the shaped, cut in beards like I've got.
You have officially survived the hot seat. Now, I always say Cedric from Beard Justice added to put me in the hot seat. You have the choice. You don't have to. It's up to you.
I'll throw out a couple questions. How about a couple of companies maybe that you've reviewed one time, maybe a long time ago, and you would like to try more products from?
That's actually funny you asked that, because I was thinking about doing that, revisiting companies, so to say. And one of them that I want to revisit for sure, because every person changes, such as, and I'm going to say it on camera, I had a bad experience with Han Yacker. Some of his scents, they just didn't work and made me kind of like, made my skin red, kind of irritated and such. And it wasn't necessarily the fact that the product, it could have been essential fragrance oils. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And you talk highly of Han Yacker, and I really would like to get a second try with Han Yacker. I'm thinking here, because for a long time I was reviewing companies, and they were pretty much sending me about anything and everything that they offered, and that's awesome. I'm not knocking that at all. I'd like to try. I'm really thinking about this now. Crusher's Creations. I'd like to get some of Bryan's newer stuff, because I still think Old Stogie is the greatest thing he ever made, but I'm a big tobacco guy, so that goes without saying. This is a tough one. I have a review coming out with Sphinx here in the future, so that one will be revisited a little bit. I'll get back with you on that one.
You already company. You gave a couple.
I will say companies that I want.
So I've got a few like that too, because I've changed. I've kind of gotten more experience, but also the companies change, right? They grow too from when they first came in.
One of the companies I
Beard Octane, like when they first started, and it didn't work for me. I would like to try that again. Bad Dog, I tried their Havana Reserva, and it was like too peppery for me. I wasn't, because I'd had other tobacco blends that were real smooth, and that one it was kind of peppery. It was more of a cigar, and I wasn't expecting that. And I haven't tried any of his other scents. So there's a couple out there. It was Han Yacker for a long time, and then I just finally bought some and did a review.
I want to. The number one company that is still I get asked is Barden. Everyone always says that I can't have top reviews and stuff without Barden, and I've said it tons of times. I will review Barden eventually. It's just if I'm to purchase the product, it's going to be expensive because it is coming from Canada, and it's not the fact of me saying this live and uncut on camera. Has nothing to do with me getting paid to do the review or anything of that nature. It's going to be expensive to do the review because I'm going to pay a lot of money to get it shipped here and stuff. I can't take that or justify spending that much money out of Mandy and Mai's bill money to do the review. It's more expensive than I would want to spend. It's it's the way it is. But I will review when I do get some money, or in general, I will review the Barden. I want to review them. I want to review them. The Brothers Groom. They sent me with the one bottle of oil. That's fine. But I didn't want to do a review on just a bottle of oil. I'd like to give them a proper review because that's what I try to. And I'm thinking here. Last Looks. I see a lot of guys talking about that company. I'd like to review Last Looks because I'm a movie buff anyway, and I know that a lot of their stuff is media oriented. I'd like to check them out.
Cool. All right, next question. I think I know the answer to this. We talked about it earlier. If you were not making beard content on YouTube, what kind of content would you make?
That will be answered in the future. That one.
That was my question. I had it before we talked earlier.
Yeah, I don't want to let that out of the bag yet. I'm going to have another channel in the future. Tyson from Faithfully Bearded is helping me get that going. He's laying the foundation and getting me ready for that one. That one, I think you guys already know what it's going to be, but I'll keep it quiet for a while until I actually have something to present to the world. So I guess.
So if you would have went to college, what would you have majored in?
Psychology.
And what kind of job would you have?
Killing people like I do now. That was a joke. No. If I went to college, I probably would have been an English teacher, honestly. I think that's what I would have wound up being. I do.
Nice. If you could live in another state, where would it be?
That's a good question, Mandy. If we could live in another state, what would you pick? That's a good question. Well, you can answer it too. I don't know. I'll be thinking about that.
Another state, I'd be
Maine. Maine? Well, Stephen King was there. I would most definitely move there for that. But North Carolina. I would.
We've got mountains. We've got the beach. We've got a pretty good climate. I guess.
Yeah. I've been there. I've been there quite a bit, and I actually every time I've been there, I like it there. And someone I know lives there. I know where he lives.
I could trim your beard for you for free.
Yeah, I mean, we could make.
I'm not sure.
I would probably pick North Carolina, or if I went west, call me stupid, Arizona.
Arizona, why?
I like to play volleyball, and they have a lot of sand.
Yeah, you look like a volleyball player. I can see you out there going, wow.
Oh, whoa! Let me answer this comment here. We don't make a lot of money for doing live stream funds. Well, Mr. Prime, in all honesty, if you knew how much money I made from making these videos, you'd be like, what? It's not all what you think it is. And it depends on the work and stuff you put in it as well. Don't get me wrong. But I don't really have an income at all when it comes to this platform yet. I'd love to in the future. Hopefully that works out for me.
Yeah, it's not all it's cracked up to be.
Yeah.
I've had a lot more money going out than I have coming in.
Yeah. You got any more for me?
I think that's about it. Some of those just came to me as we were talking.
Okay. Well, I think I have survived your hot seat as well. And haha, nope, trying to divide it by 2. My daughter's been awful about sleep yet. Well, she just lost 500 herself. 500 awesome points for her.
Been awful about sleep too, because this stupid time change is killing me.
The question is, did she embrace the beard life? Because I mean, that may be the problem. That might be the whole underlying problem there, Josh. It just might be. I started this thing with him like a while back. He can make it the greatest video, and I just minus him awesome points for any particular reason it may be. 2 questions for you. Who would you like to see in the hot seat?
Josh.
After he embraces the bearded life, right?
Yeah. Has he been in the hot seat yet? I don't think
no.
He has.
No, not yet.
Let's see if I can think of who else. I'd like to see Doug the bearded outdoorsman in the hot seat.
Okay. And I always ask for feedback. If I could add or change anything to the open door interview session, what would it be?
I mean, you could pay me a little bit more when I come on.
Well,
you give me a raise.
He's laughing. He's laughing. That's messed. That's a good one. That's hilarious. I mean, that was funny. Hey, Mr. Beard Life. I'm still laughing at what you said. That's funny. I told you I was booked out for the entire year, but did it ever cross your mind? Oh, we could do it another day. No, you didn't, did you? Minus 2,500 awesome points right there. You are going in the hole, man.
He's got a big hole to dig out of.
So, other than to pay you more money to come on here, what else could I add or change to the last year? That was funny.
I got nothing. That's all I got. It's all about the Benjamins.
Pay Bryan more money to join.
I mean, Carrie's paying you to talk about Define Beer Company. You can give me
I get $7,500 every time I just got it right there for mentioning Define Beer Company. Man, that's you again. That goes. You all think I make a bunch of money on here? That ain't nothing. That's a joke, everybody. That's a complete joke. Harry's an awesome dude. Well, that's going to conclude our interview session, Banjo Bryan. Are you in a better mood that you survived the hot seat?
Sure. I was in a good mood before and after the hot seat.
Oh, okay.
Who doesn't like warm buns?
What? What'd you say?
Who doesn't like warm buns?
Oh, okay. You have a point. I mean, maybe next time I'll give you a little bit more money than the little bit I actually give you whenever you come on here. But everybody who's
by three times as much.
Now we're going 3 times. Jeez, man.
3 times 0 is 0.
And he's a math teacher. Go figure, people, I tell you. Goes back to school every time. Guys, if you have not subscribed to Bryan's channel.
Hey, I've gotten 2 subscribers since we've been on here. I'm up to 927.
Dude, I got you 2, man. Freaking. If you haven't, I'll have to watch most of this back. Make sure you embrace the beard life when you do it. Because if you
929, I've gained 4 subscribers since this has been on.
Everybody, please go subscribe to Bryan. He's on the 1,000. He's going to get it by the end of the year. We're gonna get him over 1,000. And I'm very excited to see the Bearded Advice series come back, and whatever you decide to name the Beard Trim series, that's going to be cool too. I can't wait to see you do that with Devin. What should Bryan?
Probably be just an extension. It'll still be part of the Beard Advice series.
What should Bryan do?
I'm sitting here writing my notes for school.
Yeah.
What'd she say?
Cards that don't know segment where he goes all over the different theirs and what they mean, the wheres and what because there's different spellings, but they're all the same.
Okay.
Because you don't use it, you lose it. I use the same there and where for everything. I know there's
Okay.
logos.
Mandy said you need to make a video or some kind of explanation for people who don't know for proper grammar of the word there and where, because my wife uses the same one for everything. I'm like, it's because you forgot.
I forgot what they mean. And then you have
I teach math. I don't teach English.
Yeah, he teaches
and
math
then
there.
there's that apostrophe that you got to put in for your instead of Y-O-U-R, and then you have Y-O-U-R apostrophe R-E.
I think you should stick to trying to lick your elbow. That's what you should try to do.
Because I do yoga and I'm flexible.
Lick your elbow or try to bite your ear. That's yeah.
I like you. Shut your face.
That I'd like to see. Yeah. You know, you're fat. Remember, you're fat. Take a shower. You're fat. Take a shower. That is an inside joke, people. That happened one day at a FaceTime chat with Bryan, and for some reason, Mandy is the only person that has gotten him to. He's doing it right now to crack up laughing, and all she said was, "I'm fat. I'm going to take a shower." And he's laughing now. That is awesome. You are the only person to crack him up.
I was hot sweaty.
You're fat. You got to take a shower. I mean, that just fixes it all, doesn't it?
Sweat it out in the shower.
Everybody who tuned in, please go subscribe to Bryan, Beards and Banjos. And we have a live stream coming up November 24th. We're going to be doing a Black Friday sales. Do we want to give it that E word? Yeah. It's the Black Friday extravaganza. That's what it is. We got official beard code, and we may have about 2 or 3 other surprise guests coming on. We'll say leave it at that because we're waiting for confirmation. But we're going to have a good time. And I want to thank you for being on here. Because we have chats where I'm ready to just punch someone in the face. Hate. I'm in a foul mood. And you keep me in line all the time when we talk. And I appreciate your friendship. It's been awesome knowing you and to know you even more in our future, man.
I totally agree, and thank you for saying that. But yeah, I don't have tons of friends, but I remember the day that Instagram popped up and said, Beard Times with Scott is calling you on Instagram. And I didn't even know that you could call somebody on Instagram. And I was like, why is he calling me? That must be a mistake. And then I answered the phone, and we've been talking and chatting ever since. And it feels good to get some recognition that, for what I do. And I appreciate that. You've always been my biggest advocate here in the community, and you keep me going. And hopefully, it works both ways. So I appreciate you as well, Scott. Thank you.
I love you, brother. I always will. I'm going to end it on that note, everybody. I want to thank you all for watching. It's been a good return and from our reset. Me and Mandy took about 2 weeks off. Had a nice little vacation. It was long overdue, so we got to get back to the swing of things. And this was a good one to do it with because Bryan, you're a good friend to me, and it's good to go open the door and know you a little bit more, man. I feel like I know you a lot better.
Friend, right? You don't have to work so hard when it's somebody you know.
Well, you just take a shower. That's usually what happens.
I'm feeling a little fat.
All right, everybody. We're going to go ahead and shut her down for the night. Next week, Mo, I'm looking in the camera right now.
Oh, boy.
Watch this. Watch what I can do. I'm going to zoom this in. Yeah, see? Look at that. Mo, are you ready? Because you're in the hot seat next week. You better be ready, son. That's all I'm going to say.
It's coming for you.
Yeah, what you going to do? Well, Beard Times with Scott runs wild on you. That's all I'm going to tell you. So we got Mo in the hot seat next week. It's my 3-year anniversary for making YouTube videos. I hope to see you guys in there popping in and just giving me some congratulations and happy anniversaries and all that stuff. And we're going to let Bryan sign off and end this video.
How am I supposed to end it?
How do you end your videos?
Huh?
How do you end your videos?
Oh, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you on the next video.
Bang doodle doo 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 doo.